Howdy! I'll say right away, if you haven't seen it already, I've got an announcement video up for my appearance at Capital City Comic-Con over in Victoria, BC in the middle of March, which is this month. I made it a separate video because it's a convention announcement, and that way it's a little bite-sized thing that also the convention can retweet around or whatever. Go check that out if you haven't already. It's in your subscriber feeds, if you hit the bell or whatever. If you're watching a vlog, I am expecting you're the kind of viewer who is checking out all that kind of stuff. Anyway, hi! The channel's been quiet for a little bit, and you can't really blame any one thing. I mean, you could blame me, if you want, or you could blame some kind of seasonal depression, or you could blame writer's block, or if you want to be accurate, you could blame, like, all of that and probably, like, one or two other things. But a lot of people seem to be happiest if there's, like, one culpable villain for such things. But that's basically what happened. Just been kind of bummed out for the last little while, and I've had some writer's block, and I'm trying to finish putting Review 400 together, which is not even all that fancy. I shot all the footage in November when I was last in Victoria. It's really just, like, figuring out the script and figuring out, well, it was figuring out the new software I'm using, and now it's, like, figuring out how to do some very minor, tiny things in the new software I'm using, but that's what's up. After Review 400, I'm, like, banking on the idea that I'm going to be all inspired, especially because I have all this other fresh stuff that I really want to make videos about, like Pacific Rim Uprising Robot Damashi, or Unique Toys Peru Kill. Those are kind of the first two things that are right on the top of my mind, and I feel like when I don't have Review 400 on my mind anymore, then that'll all be done. Review 400, I'm also, like I have a playlist I put together, which is all of the review videos I've ever made. Mostly, you know, just numbered ones, but all the hyphen letter things. Anyway, 400 happened a long time ago. This is just, like, numbered Review 400, so I don't know. I have this thing where I love to make events out of stuff, but then I also have this thing where I like to just, like, have stuff happen, because, I don't know, I'm not good at juggling. But basically, that's the answer to what's up, man? It's all in here. Anyway, I'm still on Twitter and stuff, so hopefully no one thought I was super gone, because most of the folks who watch these are also, like, on social media and can tell that I'm sort of diddling around, putting out podcasts, and generally procrastinating a whole lot. I had some other major thing I wanted to talk about, and I can't remember what it is anymore. I've tried making my own ice cream, and it went real well. It's like, you get some whipping cream, like in a carton, and then you use a hand mixer to whip it up super thick, like really stiff peaks, and then you put in some sweetened condensed milk, like out of a can, and then you put in a couple tablespoons of vanilla extract, hand mixer all that together, put it in a container, freeze it for like 4 to 12 hours, and oh, it works! I have other stuff on my mind that I want to put together too. I have these things I shot at the YouTube space back in like 2016 that I still haven't edited because it was just piles of footage and I was way over ambitious and then worrying too much about doing things right. And I might still put those things out, so if you see like weird stuff showing up, that's probably what it is. Also, there's a Vbill that I've been meaning to put together again for like a year and a bit that I just haven't, and I want to get that done next. In the big gelatinous block of next. There's all this stuff since 2016. Like, 2016, I was getting ready to make a whole lot of stuff, and then 2017 didn't make it, and I want to still make a bunch of it, because I was really happy with those things, and I want to cap them. So, I know that a lot of you folks who are watching this won't really mind, but I feel like saying it anyway. There are going to, every now and then, probably be weird videos going up here and there, and watch them or you don't. Also, I'm going to start another series, because that's a thing to do, because I've got, like, a little pile of books that I want to talk about. The first one I'm going to do is the Rick Alvarez new book, like the update to his photo guide thing, which he is putting out as a coffee table book. I got a review copy of that, and I figured putting it into numbered Vangelus reviews is like going to try to slot it into a system that doesn't play nice with books. So I thought of a way that I'd like to talk about books in a video format that doesn't involve just like waving it at you, just the cover, and saying how much I feel about what's in it. I'm thinking of just like, you know, you're going to see a couple pages, but I'm not going to show the whole thing because I feel like that's not in the spirit of product review. But I came up with an idea for a title for this idea finally, and I have a few books I'd like to talk about, because I've also got like that big Machine Robo book, and I got a couple of Transformers art books. I got like the 2 T-Beast art books, and I want to like have little videos about that stuff, because I've had thoughts about them for a while. So that's another thing that I might do. I want to stop worrying about doing things right and just sort of do things, because that's the advice I give to a lot of people, and I realize in the last year, year and a half, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, I've not been following that advice super well, and I want to follow my own advice for once. That's actually something I'm terrible at doing, FYI. Also, more talking vlogs. I want to just talk about stuff more often, and again, not worried that I'm talking about stuff right. A while ago, was watching a lot of UK folks who were putting up conversation piece vlogs, where it was sort of a question to the audience and the host's own thoughts on that. And I thought of all these ideas I could do for that, and then always chickened out recording it. So I want to stop chickening out and just sort of pop those things up now and then too. I think if I stop thinking about a schedule and just thinking about making things, then I'll stop second guessing stuff that I'm doing and just make stuff. I figure piling up just things is better than not having things go up, as long as I'm still happy with what I'm doing. And I feel like I'll be happy with stuff if I don't care about how or where it goes up. And I want to do more streams, and I want to connect more with people who are watching this stuff, like outside of Twitter, but like in a video form too. I've just been feeling very isolated as far as my medium making. And I feel like in the medium of YouTube, that's very silly, because there's a ton of tools to remove that sense of isolation. So why don't I use more of them? Oh yeah, and I have a VQ&A I really want to do. I actually printed off the last VQ&A because I thought, like, hey, why don't we try doing this like at a, I don't know, around town when I'm with people, and then I misplaced the print off. I should print it again, or I might just record it here. But I liked the idea of it, and again, this is the symptom. I got hung up on, like, well, VQ&As have got to be these overproduced. I mean, I kind of like overproducing those, so it's kind of intentional. But I was getting too hung up on, like, making a thing out of a VQ&A instead of just doing them. So I still want to make things out of them, but I don't know. I want to like finish stuff that I start more often. Abominuses. Well, my train of thoughts kind of ground to a halt. I guess that's what I get for once again recording a vlog at sometime around 4 in the morning on a Friday night, Saturday morning. But hey, take care, you all. Stay safe. And, I don't know, let's talk some more. I'll try to fix what's going on, up here, all those blockages and stuff. I got power tools, I can, you know, get that stuff out of there. We'll cut away, but in the meantime, you know, have a good one. No, don't even joke about it. Don't wave power tools at your face and, like, don't. I'm a bad example.